English Boost podcast from Speak English Journey. Hello, everyone, and a warm welcome back once again to the Speak English Journey podcast. I'm Laura, your host, and I'm absolutely delighted to be joined, as always, by my truly fantastic co-host, William. It's wonderful to be with all of you today.
It truly is great to be here, Laura. We're so incredibly excited and genuinely thrilled to have each and every one of you with us today for another absolutely insightful and deeply engaging conversation. We appreciate you tuning in.
Absolutely, William. You've hit the nail on the head. Today, we are truly diving deep into a topic that, without a doubt, touches everyone's lives in some profound way, regardless of where you are in the world, what your profession might be, or what your daily activities entail. The fascinating and often challenging subject of money. More specifically, we'll be embarking on a comprehensive discussion about how to manage it not just effectively, but also strategically, and perhaps even more importantly, how to thoughtfully and practically teach our children about the fundamental process of earning money. It's a crucial skill for life.
That's absolutely right, Laura. It truly is a fundamental and absolutely essential life skill, isn't it? Understanding the intricate nuances of money management from a very young and impressionable age can profoundly set kids up for a lifetime of greater financial success and stability in the future. Throughout our discussion, we'll be sharing some incredibly practical tips, drawing upon professional insights from our own experiences, and hopefully, we'll spark some genuinely engaging thoughts and perhaps even some new perspectives for all our wonderful listeners out there.
So, whether you're an adult individual actively looking to significantly improve your own personal financial habits and spending patterns, or if you're a devoted parent, eagerly seeking innovative and effective ways to educate your little ones about the value of a dollar and the importance of earning, we strongly encourage you to stick around with us. We genuinely believe we've got a wealth of information and a lot of valuable insights to unpack for you today. So, let's get started.
Laura, let's confidently kick things off with the very important subject of personal money management. From your professional perspective and extensive experience, what's one of the very first and most crucial things you intuitively think about when someone directly asks you about the best ways to effectively manage their personal finances? Where do you usually begin?
For me, William, and I believe this is absolutely foundational, it has to be budgeting. It truly is the absolute cornerstone, isn't it? Gaining a clear and comprehensive understanding of precisely where your hard-earned money is going, down to the last penny, is the undeniable first and most critical step to successfully controlling it and making it work for you. Far too many people simply spend without any conscious tracking or awareness, and that, in my experience, is almost invariably where financial problems and challenges often begin to surface.
I couldn't agree with you more, Laura. That's an excellent analogy. It's truly like having a detailed and accurate map for your financial journey. Without a meticulously crafted budget, you're essentially driving completely blind, without any sense of direction or destination. Do you personally recommend a specific method for budgeting that you find particularly effective? Perhaps something like the well-known 50-30-20 rule? Or do you suggest starting with something even simpler and more approachable for beginners?
The 50-30-20 rule is undoubtedly an excellent framework and works wonderfully for many individuals, allocating 50% of your income for needs, 30% for wants, and a solid 20% for savings and aggressively tackling debt repayment. However, for our dedicated English language learners, especially those just starting their financial journey, I often gently suggest beginning with something even simpler and less intimidating. Simply tracking all income received and every single expense incurred for just 1 month, perhaps meticulously using a very simple spreadsheet, or even just a dedicated notebook, can be incredibly revealing and provide a surprising amount of insight into their spending patterns.
That's an absolutely brilliant starting point, Laura. It genuinely helps people to accurately identify their often unconscious spending habits. Sometimes we genuinely don't even realize how much money we're inadvertently spending on those seemingly small, everyday things that, over time, accumulate into surprisingly large sums. Things like that seemingly innocuous daily coffee or that quick snack.
Exactly, William. You've hit on a common financial leak. Those seemingly insignificant latte factors or small recurring expenditures really can accumulate and chip away at one's finances very quickly. Beyond the critical importance of budgeting, what's another absolutely key area you consistently emphasize when discussing effective money management, William? What comes next on your list of priorities?
I would definitely say saving. But it's crucial to understand that it's not just about mindlessly setting aside money without a purpose. It's fundamentally about meticulously setting clear and achievable financial goals. Are you diligently saving for a significant down payment on a house, perhaps planning for a child's future education, or diligently preparing for a comfortable retirement? Having a very clear and well-defined goal makes the act of saving much more tangible, purposeful, and profoundly motivating.
That's a truly brilliant and insightful point, William. Saving without a concrete and inspiring goal can indeed feel aimless and lead to a lack of commitment. And for parents, this seamlessly segues into our second and equally important topic: effectively teaching our children about the invaluable concept of earning. How do we as parents and educators best introduce this often complex concept to our curious and developing young minds?
I genuinely believe that one of the most effective and practical ways to introduce this concept is through a well-structured system of chores and allowances. But, and this is a crucial distinction, with a very important and deliberate twist. Instead of simply giving a child an allowance for merely existing or for basic expectations, make a clear distinction. Designate some chores as paid chores and others as unpaid responsibilities. This teaches a valuable lesson about effort and reward.
That's a truly smart and very practical distinction, William. So if I understand correctly, making your bed might be categorized as an unpaid responsibility because it's an expected part of being a contributing and responsible member of the family unit, but washing the family car or mowing the lawn could definitively be considered a paid chore, for which they receive compensation?
Precisely, Laura, you've grasped the core idea perfectly. It teaches them a vital lesson: that dedicated work has inherent value, and that consistent effort directly leads to earning money. It's essentially a miniature, low-stakes, real-world scenario that prepares them for future financial realities. And it's absolutely paramount to be consistently unwavering in this approach. If they diligently do the work as agreed, they absolutely get paid. This builds trust and reinforces the connection between effort and reward.
Consistency is indeed absolutely key when dealing with children, for sure. They thrive on routine and clear expectations. What about introducing the crucial concept of delayed gratification when it comes to money? How can we effectively teach them not to impulsively spend every single penny as soon as they receive it? This is a challenge for many adults, too.
That's where the principle of saving comes in again, even for very young children. You can introduce the exciting idea of saving up for a bigger, more desirable toy or a special experience they genuinely want. For example, if they express a strong desire for a new video game that costs, let's say, $50 and they currently earn $5 a week, you can actively help them track their progress towards that goal. They'll learn invaluable lessons about patience, perseverance, and the immense satisfaction of working diligently towards achieving something significant.
I've heard of a system often referred to as the 3-jar system, designed specifically for children. 1 jar designated for spending, 1 for diligent saving, and 1 for giving back. Do you personally believe that this particular system is effective in fostering financial literacy in kids?
Oh, absolutely, Laura. The 3-jar system is genuinely fantastic and incredibly effective. It brilliantly introduces the fundamental concepts of basic budgeting, long-term saving, and, crucially, charitable giving from a very young and impressionable age. It teaches them that money has diverse purposes beyond just immediate personal spending. Learning to give back to the community and help others is such an incredibly important and valuable life lesson, fostering empathy and generosity.
It truly is, William. That's a wonderful benefit. And it's not just solely about the act of earning or the discipline of saving. It's also profoundly about understanding the inherent value of money. How can we practically help kids to truly grasp that sometimes abstract concept of money's worth?
One very practical and highly effective way is to actively involve them in small, everyday purchasing decisions. For instance, if you're at the grocery store together and they expressed a desire for a specific snack, you can gently but firmly explain that particular snack costs $3. If you do X chore at home, you'll earn $1. So to buy that snack yourself, you would need to do that specific chore 3 times. This directly connects their effort and work to the actual cost of items, making the connection tangible.
That's absolutely brilliant, William. It makes the often abstract concept of money much more concrete and understandable for them, and it wisely avoids just simply handing them things without any effort on their part. Instead, it subtly empowers them to make informed choices and work towards their desires.
Exactly right, Laura. And as they mature and get a little older, you can gradually introduce more complex financial ideas in a simplified, age-appropriate way. For example, explaining how utility bills work, why we pay for electricity and water, or even a basic explanation of why we pay taxes. It's all about slowly and steadily building their comprehensive financial literacy over an extended period, creating a solid foundation.
And shifting gears slightly, for the adults in our audience who are diligently looking to significantly improve their own personal money management skills, are there any common pitfalls or financial traps you frequently see people unknowingly fall into? What should they be particularly wary of?
Impulse buying is a massive one, Laura. With the pervasive convenience of online shopping, it's become incredibly easy to mindlessly click buy now without genuinely thinking through the purchase or assessing its necessity. Another incredibly common and significant pitfall is not having a robust emergency fund. Life is inherently unpredictable. Unexpected car repairs, sudden medical bills, or even job loss can occur without warning. Having 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses meticulously saved and readily accessible can genuinely be a lifesaver and provide immense peace of mind during challenging times.
That's incredibly important and often overlooked advice, William. An emergency fund truly provides a crucial and indispensable safety net against life's uncertainties. And finally, William, what about the crucial idea of earning money as an adult? For our diverse listeners, especially those who might be new to a country or perhaps those actively looking for additional income streams, what practical and actionable advice would you genuinely give them?
For a dedicated English language learners, I would strongly advise them to actively leverage their language skills. Opportunities such as English tutoring, freelance writing, or even securing roles in customer service that specifically require multilingual abilities can be absolutely excellent and accessible ways to earn income. Additionally, I encourage them to thoughtfully explore developing side hustles that are directly related to their existing hobbies, passions, or unique skills. Could you bake delicious cakes? Are you skilled at pet sitting or dog walking? Can you offer graphic design services? Think creatively and consider how your talents can be monetized.
That's truly excellent and empowering advice, William. It's all about precisely identifying your existing strengths and skills, and then strategically seeing how those abilities can be effectively monetized and turned into income. And for everyone listening, regardless of your current financial situation, always remember that financial literacy is an ongoing journey, a continuous learning process, not a finite destination. You're always learning, always adapting, and always growing.
That was such an incredibly rich and genuinely insightful discussion on the vital topics of managing money effectively and, equally important, teaching our children the value and methods of earning. We've covered a substantial amount of ground today, and I'm absolutely certain that many of our dear listeners have picked up some truly valuable and actionable insights.
So, to succinctly recap some of our most important and actionable key takeaways from today's incredibly valuable episode. For effective personal money management, remember that disciplined budgeting is absolutely crucial, and having very clear, well-defined financial goals for your savings will unequivocally keep you motivated and on track.
And when it comes to the equally vital task of teaching children about the concept of earning money, always remember the crucial distinction between paid chores and unpaid responsibilities. Furthermore, the brilliant and widely effective 3-jar system, dedicating separate jars for spending, diligent saving, and generous giving, is a truly fantastic and practical tool to introduce fundamental financial concepts to them from a very early age.
Most importantly, dear listeners, always remember that financial education is an ongoing and continuous process, a lifelong journey of learning and adaptation. Start small with manageable steps, be incredibly consistent in your efforts, and continuously strive to keep learning and expanding your financial knowledge. These fundamental principles apply universally whether you're diligently managing your own personal finances or thoughtfully guiding your children towards a financially secure future.
We sincerely hope that this extended and detailed conversation has genuinely empowered each and every one of you, our wonderful listeners, with practical, actionable advice and has provided a much clearer and more comprehensive understanding of how to confidently navigate the often complex yet incredibly rewarding world of money.
Thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for joining us on this fulfilling Speak English journey. We truly love having you with us each and every time.
From Laura and myself, William, keep practicing your English with dedication, keep learning with enthusiasm, and most importantly, keep growing, both financially and personally.
See you all next time on the podcast.
Bye for now, everyone.